Welcome to At Home with Music. Leon Olguin here, or Leon if you prefer. And welcome to another edition of Christmas Play-Alongs. Now, the hymn that I've chosen for today is Joy to the World, the Lord is Come. I'll tell you something a little bit interesting about this particular song. We sing it at Christmas time and it's great. It's a joyful song. It's got a great melody by George Frederick Handel. And one of the things I like about this tune is it actually outlines the scale for you perfectly, going down an octave. And so it's a lot of fun to sing, a lot of fun to play, but it's actually not really a Christmas song. It is actually a song about the second coming of Jesus Christ. If you read through the lyrics, and I'm not going to read the whole text, but I encourage you to grab a hymnal and take a look at the lyrics of Joy to the World, and you'll find there's nothing in here really about the birth of Christ, but it is about the Savior coming. Let earth receive her King, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And so it's a joyous hymn, and while we sing it at Christmas time, and that's perfectly fine, it's actually a hymn about the second coming of Christ. We've already celebrated his first coming, and now we are awaiting his second coming. Back in my church in Florida, well, it wasn't my church, but it was the church that I was privileged to serve as both an elder and a musician. We used to sing this song in the middle of summertime because it's not necessarily a Christmas song. And it's great to remind ourselves of the fact that in the midst of this dark world in which we live, this fallen world, the light is coming. Well, the light has already come, as it tells us in John chapter 1. But we're looking forward to the time when Jesus returns and all that is wrong will be put right. So we're going to have some fun, and let's play this Christmas carol and this second Advent carol together. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Okay, the first thing we're going to do with this Christmas carol, or actually I should say second Advent carol, is to select the key. So we're going to play this in the key of C. And one of the interesting things about the melody of Joy to the World is that it outlines the entire scale. So you know that the C major scale is just... And so we can pretty easily find the opening note, because we know it's not going to be... It's normally going to be, in a lot of tunes, the first note is going to be either the C, the E, or the G of the C major chord when we're playing in the key of C. So, obviously, your ear will tell you pretty quickly that it starts here on C, and it just goes down the scale. So it should be pretty easy to pick it out from there. So let's play the tune together. We also know that this song is it's kind of in 2/4 time, so we're going to count it as 4/4. And so we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. You'll also notice it's one of those melodies that sticks to this range, just one octave. So that makes it very easy for people to sing, and it also makes it a little easier for you to pick it out. Now let's add the chords. Our first chord most likely is going to be C. So here are the chords that I've chosen, and you'll find that this is actually pretty simple as far as the number of chords involved. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Only 3 chords in there. Well, actually 4 if you count G and G7 as 2 chords. So C, F, which I play like this. Instead of like that, I play it like this. And then G7 or just G. Anyway, not too hard. So let's play it together, both hands. I'm going to go a little bit slower here. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now you get to play the tune and I will accompany you. So here's the pattern that I'm going to use. It's basically just the block chords because the song goes by so quickly. So it'll sound something like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Something like that. Naturally, your accompaniment can be different than mine, and it'll work just as well. But that's just an example of how you could do it. So now I'm going to play the tune, and you can accompany me. And once again, I'm going to go a little slower this time. As normal, I like to play the melody with both hands. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. One final thing we're going to do is let's transpose this to another key. And I have selected the key of D major. So if you know your scales, this is the D major scale. Got the 2 sharps in there. You're just going to be playing the D major scale coming down. And the first chord, of course, will be D major. And I will let you figure out the rest of it. Now, I have a full arrangement of Joy to the World on my Christmas album. You can access that by going to my personal channel, Leon Holguin, and look up the playlist entitled Of the Father's Love Begotten. I'll put a link to it in the description, and then you'll be able to hear my entire Christmas album, in which I have done a little bit more complicated arrangements of these songs. I think I played Joy to the World in about 4 different keys. But anyway, I hope you have fun listening to that, and I hope you had fun playing along with me on this famous Christmas and Second Advent song. Thanks for listening and watching, and I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a few more of these before Christmas, maybe 1 or 2 more. I know things start to get very busy this time of year, and so you may not have time to spend a lot of time at your keyboard, but Lord willing, we will get to do more of this type of thing in the coming year. Thanks again.